Hello kids, here your English teacher David once more for another lesson, and in this class we're going to talk about expressing desires. What are desires? First we have to understand the word desires. I want you to look at this example here. We have a Juan, let's say that his name is Juan, and it's his birthday party. It's Juan's birthday party. What happens in a birthday party? Well, you are with your family, you're with your friends, but there is a special moment in which you blow the candles. Blow is this action. Yes? And the candles are these little things that you see on the cake, right? Now, when you blow the candles, yes, you close your eyes and you focus. Yes, you think about something that you really want. Yes, a desire. Yes, you want to make a wish. Now, when you make this wish, yes, this person says in his mind, he says, I want to ride a new bicycle. Yes, so imagine that I am Juan, this is my birthday cake, and I say, I want to ride a new bike. Right? Now, in this case, we use the verb want to. Because when we say want to, we express our wishes, we express our desires. As a little guy, usually we think or we dream about many things. For example, when I grow up, I want to be an astronaut, or I want to work as a president. Or I want to, I want to be an English teacher, right? Now, the important thing here is the verb want to. Because when we use the verb want to, we express desires. We express things that we want generally for the future. Yes? For example, I'm going to give you another example. I say, tomorrow I want to go to the park. Tomorrow I want to go to the park with my dog, and I want to go jogging, and I want to do exercise, etc. Because those are my plans. Those are my plans, but at the same time, those are my desires. Those are things that I want for the future. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a conversation in which we use the verb want, and we also use going to, that it's a verb that we use to express plans for the futures. Yes? So, for the future, sorry. So in this case, I'm going to show you the example, I'm going to show you the conversation, and then we're going to try to use different variations of the same conversation, okay? So here we go. Okay. Here we have the conversation. I know this conversation might seem a little bit long, but it's very simple. Yes, I want you to pay attention to every aspect of the conversation, because with this example, we can do the exercises that you have in the guides, in the English guides, in the English worksheets. So we have the two people are having a conversation. Blue corresponds to this, and black corresponds to this one. So this one, we have the person number one, which is black one, says, what are you going to do tomorrow? Yes, it means what are your plans for tomorrow? Is it, what are you going to do tomorrow? And he says, I don't know. I want to go swimming. So the action that he wants to do tomorrow is go swimming. I don't know, in the ocean, in the river, I don't know, in a swimming pool. I don't know. I want to go swimming, but I think the weather is going to be bad. The weather refers to the climate. Yes, for example, the sun, if it is sunny, if it rains, if it is cold, right? So we're talking about the weather. I think the weather is going to be bad. And he says, really? What's the forecast? The forecast is it's something that we use to talk about the future weather. When you say what is the forecast, is how people in the news usually they talk about the forecast for the next day. So they say tomorrow it's going to be a really sunny day. So in that case, they're talking about the weather for Monday, for Tuesday, for Wednesday, or for 1 hour or 2 hours, etc. Really? What's the forecast? The radio says it's going to rain. So according to the forecast, tomorrow it's going to rain. And this person says, that's strange. According to the newspaper, it's going to be sunny. Now, the opposite of rain, it's sunny. So it says, that's strange. According to the newspaper, it's going to be sunny. And he says, I hope you're right. I really want to go swimming. Yes. Now, something important about this conversation is that we can replace the actions with other verbs. For example, let's say that tomorrow I have other plans. So I say, what are you going to do tomorrow? I don't know. I want to, let's write here. I want to have a picnic. I want to have a picnic. But I think the weather is going to be bad. And so really? What's the forecast? The radio says it's going to rain. We can use that. That's strange. According to the newspaper, it's going to be sunny. I hope you're right. I really want to, and here we change the verb. I really want to have a picnic. Yes? Now we can change that part of the conversation. We can change this part of the conversation. We can change this part of the conversation, and we can also change this part of the conversation, right? But the idea is to use this in the exercises that you have in the English worksheets. So, what are you going to do tomorrow? I don't know. I want to ride my bicycle. That's an example. But I think the weather is going to be bad. Really? What's the forecast? The radio says it's going to be, I don't know, stormy. Yes, an example. That's strange. According to the newspaper, it's going to be sunny. I hope you're right. I really want to ride my bicycle. Yes. Now, depends on the verb, depends on the action, you change it in the conversation. But the rest of the conversation remains the same, okay? Now, I'm going to explain to you something important about the verb want to. Yes, here, I'm going to explain the last bit of it, which is important for the incoming exercises, yes, for the exercises of the week. So, here we go. Last but not least, we have the verb want to. Remember, the verb want to is a verb that we use to express our desires, yes, to express our wishes. Remember the birthday party? I want to have a new car. And you blow the candles, right? It's an example, but we can use it in other contexts, in other situations. Now here, it's important to know that according to the pronoun, if we have first person or we have third person, the verb want to changes. But it's very easy, right? It is very similar to how we use the verb have or the verb has. Yes, but in this case it's with the verb want. So I say I, you, we, and they want to, I don't know. Let's say I want to jump. I say I want to jump. Or you want to jump. Or we want to jump. Or they want to jump, etc. This is the positive form. This is how we make it positive. But if we want to make a negative sentence, if we want to write a negative sentence, so I say, I don't want to. So I say, I don't want to eat broccoli, Mom. I want to eat pizza, yes, but I don't want to eat broccoli. We don't want to eat broccoli, or they don't want to eat, I don't know, a sandwich. right? Now, the idea here is that we use different verbs. We can use different verbs. And obviously, a complement. So, I don't want to eat broccoli. I want to eat pizza. Yes. Now, here is basically the same, but the difference is that in the positive form, it's necessary to use an S. So I say, he, she, and it wants to, I don't know, let's write drive. He wants to drive a sports car. That's an example. She wants to drive a beautiful car. I don't know. There are many different examples that you can write. And in the negative form, yes, basically the same again. But the difference relies that here we use doesn't, and the verb remains the same. We don't change the verb. The only moment where we change the verb is in the positive form. In the negative form, it's not necessary because we have the auxiliary. So I say, he or she or it doesn't want to, I don't know, sleep. Yes? We use a verb. So he doesn't want to sleep. He wants to play basketball. Yes? Or he doesn't want to eat rice. He wants to eat a hamburger. So basically, that is how we use the verb want. I know this lesson is a little bit more complex than the previous ones, but hopefully you understand better by watching the videos over and over again. A good idea is always to watch these videos over and over again so that you can pick up my accent, the way I speak, and at the same time you understand the topic. Remember, the verb want to, we use it to express wishes, desires, things that we want to do in the future. That's everything for this lesson. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. You can also write, text me, call me, and ask me about your doubts, right? But that's everything for today, and see you in the next lesson.